Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so my son is screaming in the background, so I'm definitely gonna need to close this door. I may or may not have specifically indicated that I was getting ready to go live. He clearly cares not at all. Okay. So I am jumping on for day 3 of my series of employee to entrepreneur. So I'm super sleepy, so this video may be more goofy than needed. I apologize in advance. So let me just start off by wishing everybody a happy Turkey Day, right? I know tomorrow is the big day for many people. Looking to get lots and lots of food that we do not need, myself included, right? I personally am looking forward to greens and macaroni and cheese. If you're listening, say hello. Let us know that you're out there. Tell me what you're missing, right? Like, what are you most looking forward to in terms of food? What is the requirement, right? Like, I can't have Thanksgiving dinner without macaroni and cheese and greens. But what is it for you? Go away, because I'm on live. Now, okay, just put it down. I told my son I was getting ready to do this video. He don't care. He don't care nothing about my life.
Sorry, I love you, Mom.
Isn't that cute? He said, I love you. I'm sorry, I love you. I'll take it. I'll take it. He's paying his phone bill money, so come on, run me that. Anyway, even if you're catching the replay, let us know what is it that your favorite dish is for Thanksgiving. And let me just say, I was on the elevator today with this lady. God bless her heart, right? Bless her heart. And she was talking about how she was making Thanksgiving dinner for her family and yada yada. And I was like, oh, you got your work cut out for you, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh, I'm making instant mashed potatoes and I'm doing instant. And I just stopped listening because I felt like you are being disrespectful right now. There is no such thing as instant anything on Thanksgiving. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with your life? If that lady is listening, she don't know me. She don't know nothing about me. But let me just say, if you are making any kind of instant anything, throw the whole Thanksgiving away. Just throw it all away, because we don't do instant. Anyway, let me not get off too much on my tangent, right? Those are my random thoughts for today. Wanted to make sure that I wish y'all a happy Thanksgiving, because I will forget, okay? All right, so let's do day 3. That's what we're on today, right? So day 1, I'm not going to do a bunch of recap. Why? Because the videos are on my page and you are more than welcome to go back and view them, right? Day 1 was step 1, right? And we were talking about, hey, how you doing? I see you out there, Kokisha. We talked about on day 1 the importance of knowing your legacy, right? And how important it is to know your why. And because all of your decisions come from that, right? Seems so simple. But when I tell you, if you don't know your why, you'll end up building a business that you do not love, right? So won't go into that. That was step 1. Step 2 was yesterday, and we talked about knowing your gift. Again, so simple, but a lot of times people go into business and building a business really more about passion and less about gift. And they are not the same. Look at my face. They're not the same. They're connected, but they're not the same. I'm passionate about a lot of things, but I'm not gifted in all of those areas, right? So we talked about that yesterday in step 2. And today we are talking step 3, which is all about knowing your weaknesses, okay? And let me just start by saying that when I say know your weakness, I'm not talking about know them and try to fix them. That's not what I said. Right? This is not about knowing that I'm not good at this, and this, and then trying to fix them before I begin to build a business or as I build a business. No, I mean, you gonna have to fix a few things, but step 3 is not about fixing your weaknesses. It's about knowing your weaknesses. So, of course, if I think about myself, right, I like to use personal examples. And of course, everything that I share, no matter what it is that I'm talking about, it's things that I've experienced myself, right? That's how I know their issues. In addition to just talking to other entrepreneurs that I need to stop waving my hand in front of the camera. Get your life, Lachelle. In addition to just talking to, other entrepreneurs that are new and have skipped some steps, these are the things that I already know. If you don't do them, you're going to end up in a problem later on. So for me personally, some of my weaknesses, and you know, I have several. I know y'all thought I was flawless, and I am. But anyway, in real life, I got weaknesses, right? And some of them that are related to business are I am impatient, extremely impatient. I am also like an overthinker, right? I have too many ideas. I think about how to change the world every single day of my life. Literally. There's not a day that goes by that I don't come up with another reason, another why, another something about how I can change the world, right? So I could go on, but I have these weaknesses that are going to impact my ability to build my business. And they're going to impact my ability to build my business in a lot of different ways. But most importantly, for those people who are new, the one reason why this is really important is because if you are not aware of your weaknesses, it is going to impact your level of frustration as you're trying to build, right? It's going, like I said, it'll impact other areas of your business as well. But the number one thing that I see as an issue for new entrepreneurs is that if you don't know your weaknesses, it's going to impact your ability to start and stay motivated. Because again, we talked about the fact that building a business ain't no joke. I mean, it takes real work. You got to know a lot of stuff. You got to have a lot of stuff. And one of the things that you have to learn how to do is maintain your motivation, especially for people who are still working 9-to-5s and, you know, have other things that they have going on. You have to learn to be motivated. I see you out there. You said too many ideas too, huh? So while it may seem so simple, okay, I know my weaknesses, but when you don't actually know them and then make some adjustments in order to plan for them, you will get frustrated, you will get overwhelmed, and you will want to quit. That I promise you that. So if you're out there, tell me, you know, what are some of the weaknesses that you have, things that are flaws, specifically those things that are going to make it challenging to build your business, right? I'd love to hear some of those things. And again, I just want to stress, this is not about trying to go out and fix them. This is, listen, that's going to be a waste of time and a waste of energy. You have to preserve all of your energy as you're building a business for doing the things that really matter the most, right? So don't go out there trying to fix everything. So I'll tell you the thing that has probably been the most helpful to me in terms of managing some of my weaknesses. So one, I'm aware of them. I know I'm impatient, and I know I move too fast, and I know I come up with a new idea every day. And so one of the things that has been super helpful to me is developing a personal mantra, right? So a personal mantra is basically a phrase, a quote, a saying that reminds you of where to keep your focus. And yeah, I see you out there, Kokisha. We're going to talk about that on day 5. My number one challenge when I was building my business was identifying my ideal client. So that's day 5. Stay tuned. So the personal mantra can be your quote, your phrase, your saying, whatever you come up with that reminds you of where you should be, right? What you should be doing. So I'm going to see if I can turn this. It won't let me turn it around while I'm on live, but I'm going to show you my wall. So for those of you who have seen any of my videos, you have seen my walls. They have dry erase board paint. So at the top there, you might not be able to see it well. Okay, that's not a good. Well, at the top, you can see it a little bit. Here's my wall of all my lovely writing, because it has, and you can see on my wall where it says strengths and weaknesses, right? Along with all my other, you know, stuff that I have mapped out for my business. But my personal mantra is intercession first, then bring the juice, and then make room, right? And what that means for me is, Lachelle, and it says on my wall, it literally says intercession first. And it says in parentheses, if you have not talked to God, get your ass out this room. So obviously I'm in my office right now. And so that's a reminder to me. You can't put your plans above God's plans, right? Yes, the infamous wall, right? I can't, but I know me. And I know I will move my feet too quick and get 5 steps ahead of God and then wonder why it didn't work. So That's the first step in my mantra, is intercession first, then bring the juice. So then bring the juice means now I get to go out and do me, right? Because faith without works is dead. You can't just pray about it and expect it to happen. Because, honey, I would have lost all this stomach a long time ago if that's how it worked, right? So then I get to go out and I get to make things happen and, do my work. And then the last part of my mantra is make room. And what that means is trust God, believe, prepare, let go, right? Because if I really am trusting God, then he's going to provide. He's going to do the work, right? And so make room reminds me you need to be in preparation. Why? Because you followed God's instructions. You've added your work to it. And now you need to prepare yourself and act as if it has already happened and he has already blessed you. So that's my personal mantra. And that's been one of the biggest things that has helped me in terms of addressing my weaknesses. Because when I get frustrated and I get overwhelmed and I'm wondering why something in my business is not going the way I want it to go, I can tell you that about 75, 80% of the time, it's because I didn't follow this. It's because I moved too fast and I didn't go to God first, get some peace about a decision, get some clarity about a decision. And so if you plan for your weaknesses, you still gonna mess up, right? Because they're weaknesses. That's the whole, it's a catch-22. But when I tell you, if you know them, you can minimize it, right? You can minimize how much you're overwhelmed. You can minimize how long you stay in overwhelm. So that is my step 3 for today. Know your weaknesses, make some adjustments, figure out how are you going to address these weaknesses as you build your business. Not how are you going to fix them, but how are you going to address them? How are you going to stay aware of them? Again, for me, it's always been my personal mantra that has helped me stay focused. So I hope you guys got a chance to see some of the segments that I've been doing all week, come up conversations. I usually do them every single Monday. I interview a guest and they tell a little bit about their story. Most of the stories are around entrepreneurship because, again, those are the circles that I'm in, the clients that I serve. But some of them are not. Like this weekend, I'm doing 2 segments on grief just because there's been, a lot of loss and a lot of grief in my city, and somebody in particular, we lost them yesterday, and it was difficult. I'm not even going to go into it. So I'm doing some grief stuff this weekend, but most of everything that we are talking about is around entrepreneurship. So I hope you guys have had an opportunity to catch some of those segments. There will be 2 more tomorrow. Yes, there will be one playing at 8 o'clock every day at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time with another guest who will be talking about her journey in entrepreneurship, and then Friday as well. So stay tuned, stay connected to the page, and you will always know who's coming. And I shall see you all tomorrow for step 4. Yes, step 4. Have a great, happy Turkey Day. See you guys later. Peace.